So, hello and welcome to this week's 10-minute meditation. I want to begin, first of all, by talking about a few changes that you will see going forward with our meditations, with our weekly meditation practices. Let me begin by asking you a question. And that question is, what if 10 minutes a week could change the way that you handle stress and anxiety and just life's daily challenges? What if 10 minutes a week could help you with handling that, help you with managing that? Now, the reason why I ask this question is because for the last 4 years, 3 to 4 years or thereabouts, I have been, as you know, recording weekly meditations. And these meditations have been about providing calm to people. They have been somewhat unstructured. And so, what I want to do this year, what's changing this year is um, one main thing, really, what's changing this year for me personally, is that by the end of this year, maybe towards the mid part of this year, I would have be coming to an end of a meditation practice that I have put myself through over the last 2 years in order to become a registered meditation teacher. I have been going through a program designed by John Kabat-Zinn. Now, John Kabat-Zinn, for those of you that may know, he is often referred to as the father of modern day mindfulness. He went to the East in the Buddhist tradition, and he brought um, mindfulness practices to the West and developed what is called as MBSR, mindfulness based stress reduction. It's a meditation form based on Buddhist meditation, more specifically, that is all about enabling people to learn how to better manage stress, how to reduce stress, and indeed how to live with life's stresses, because life does come with stress. And so mindfulness-based stress reduction is a meditation practice that enables us to do that with equanimity, yeah, with openness, um, with internal strength and capacity. And so, as a result of that, of me coming towards the end of that practice, I now want to share with you a number of mindfulness-based stress reduction um, uh, inspired practices. And I'm going to be doing that throughout the whole of this year in a structured way. So rather than be presenting um, unstructured meditations, the meditation that we're going to do today, for example, will seamlessly lead into the meditation that we're going to be doing the following week, and that too will then feed into the meditation that we normally hold once a month, which is a live meditation. The next one being the 27th of February this month. All of them will become packaged up into a collective. So, in effect, what we'll be getting from these practices is a structured um, approach to meditations that are all about personal development, growth in practice, uh, continuing growth in practice, and a week after week opportunity to partake in a practice that actually is all about a continuing development form, so that you and myself are better able to manage stress, reduce stress, and to be able to live better with stress, life's stresses and life's anxieties. So that's what's going to be happening in our meditations going forward. So I wanted to give that introduction. So just to recap, there will be weekly meditations will continue. There'll be more aligned and will be continued thematically. There'll be themes running all the way through. There'll be less disconnected. There'll be a natural flow. And at the end of each month, we'll come together for our live meditations, which will then be based on the topics that we've been meditating on for each month. Okay. So thank you for joining me in this week's meditation. So our meditation this week, then, beginning with this new format and other things that you've been noticing as we go along, the meditation this week I am calling What is Calling You? What is calling you? And this meditation is really about setting an intention. And by setting an intention, we're not really talking about a goal as such. It's not a goal to be attained. Setting an intention is really about, um, in mindfulness, or in MBSI more particularly, is about um, it's about setting an intention in terms of how I show up. How do I want to show up? And so, what's calling me right now from that perspective? What's calling you right now from that perspective? What's calling you in your situation, in a workplace, in life, in your relationships? What is calling you? And based on what's calling you, what intention would you like to set for yourself? What's calling you? And to kick things off, I have a wonderful quote. Perhaps it's a poem because it comes from Rainer Maria Rilke, and I'm looking at my quote here on my other screen. Rainer Maria Rilke. We've used her quote before. We've used her quote a number of times. I'm going to read to you this short poem from her, and it's aligned with this week's meditation, which is called "What is Calling You?" What's calling you? So here it is. Be patient towards all that is unresolved in your heart and try to love the questions themselves, like locked rooms and like books that are now written in a foreign tongue. Do not now seek the answers which cannot be given you because you will not be able to live them. And the point is to live everything. Live the questions now. Let me read it one more time. Be patient towards all that is unsolved in your heart and try to love the questions themselves, like locked rooms and like books that are now written in a foreign tongue. Do not now seek the answers which cannot be given you because you would not be able to live with them. And the point is to live everything. Live the questions now. And I think the main point here is that the sometimes questions that are asked us or that we ask ourselves in life are questions that actually do not require an immediate answer. We just need to learn to sit with the questions, to allow the questions to be here, and to us simply to be with them. This will be a 10-minute meditation. And so let's begin this practice, this meditation practice, as we tend to do by finding yourselves, getting ourselves into a comfortable position. Perhaps you're sitting on a chair like I am. And if you are, get comfortable in the chair. Feel the back of your chair, feel your back against the back of the chair. Now perhaps sit erect. Feel your buttocks against the chair itself. Perhaps you can also feel a sense of pressure, your skin touching different points of the chair. Your foot or your feet are on the floor, giving you a sense of balance. Perhaps you're lying down on the floor, you're lying on the bed. Lie flat with your head perhaps against the pillow, hands by your sides, palms open facing the sky. Or perhaps you're walking and you've got your headphones plugged in as you listen to this meditation. Pay attention then to the sound of my voice and notice each step that you make as you walk as best you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. Meditation and meditating, taking time for yourself, is not about perfection. It's not about doing it perfectly well. It really is all about allowing yourself to just be here, being present to yourself. And so welcoming yourself, taking time to welcome yourself in here, welcome yourself to this meditation, allowing yourself to arrive. You could have been anywhere else, but you choose to be here, called to be here at this time. Welcoming all the parts, your mind and your body and your emotions and your soul and spirit. Noticing any tension that you may feel, perhaps the tension of not wanting to be here, welcoming that too into this space, calling that here, calling that in. And now just bringing attention to the body. As you are sat here, noticing how you are sitting, how you are lying down on the floor, on the bed, how you are walking each step after step, the body doing this for you. And now paying attention to your breathing. air coming in through your nostrils into your chest, feeling your body taking in the air through your nostrils as you inhale, and the air hits the stomach. And then the exhale, or the exhaling process, just naturally begins. Tuning then into this wonderful process of breathing. Noticing any sensations that you feel with each breath. Just really paying attention to where in your body you feel the breathing happening. And noticing how you're feeling with each breath as you are here. And allowing these questions now to introduce themselves into your meditation. Perhaps placing these questions on your heart, placing them on a part of your body, perhaps placing them in a way that's comfortable for you to notice them, whichever best way that is. What brought you here? What is calling for your attention? What brought you here? What is calling for your attention? And here could be right here, right now, as you spend time in this space. Here could also be wherever you are. John Kabat-Zinn says, wherever you go, there you are. What is calling you there? What is your intention for where you are? And of course, the intention here is not to try to answer these questions at this point, is rather to sit with them, be with the question itself. Let the questions themselves answer themselves. And so I'm going to pause for the next minute or so as we sit with these questions. And as we come toward the end of today's meditation practice, coming back to the body, noticing the breathing and noticing any sensations that you feel with the breath. What is calling you? What is your intention here? And taking one more deep breath. And when you're ready, you can open up your eyes. Now, just before I let you go, I would like to read Raina Maria Rilke's quote again. And just before I do so, next week's meditation is going to be a continuation of today's meditation. And we're going to be cultivating um, attention with kindness. So next week's meditation is about cultivating attention with kindness. So this week we've been asking, what's your intention? What's calling you? Next week we're going to be learning to cultivate attention with kindness. Here's a quote from Raina Maria Rilke. Be patient toward all that is unsolved in your heart and try to love the questions themselves. Like locked rooms are like books that are now written in a foreign tongue. Do not now seek the answers, which cannot be given you because you will not be able to live them. And the point is to live everything, live the questions now. Have a great week ahead and see you next week.